What's happening, people? Welcome back to another episode of Red Divided. Myself, Tommy.
You got Addy here.
And you got your boy Ham. 2 seconds.
What's this all about?
As you can see, I had to come in all black for Man City's funeral. This is how I dress when I turn up to my ops funeral. All black, just to make sure that they are indeed dead.
And short knicker.
Yeah. We don't know no weather out here. No weather out here. I dress for the occasion.
Stay humble, huh?
Stay humble.
Stay humble.
These shades will be on for the whole show. How we doing, boys? How are we doing,
bro? It's a long weekend.
This is the best I felt all season. I can't lie. I'm so happy right now, bro.
Long weekend, bro. Like, at least you're smiling, man.
Oh, I'm so happy. Damage in the car, you happy? That's my guy. That's my guy. Take this off for now.
Where do we start, man? Where do we start? We'll get to it anyway. We'll get to it. First, people, please subscribe to the channel. Share this with your friends and family. Turn on your notifications so you know whenever we upload on YouTube. We are sponsored by Tox Ains, the perfume. Go on his website, www.toxains.co.uk. You get 10% off using our promo code ResDivided, all caps. You won't be disappointed with the perfume. Trust me.
Some good stuff.
And shout out to our boy Daniel Aga. I'll put his link for his website. Go on his website, check out his merchandise as well.
He's got more stuff coming out as well.
Yeah, he's got more stuff.
You'll see us model it.
We'll model it. He's got a little red one hat coming, representing Res Dividers.
Just for us.
Just for us. How do we start?
I mean, we both won midweek, so we started off good. Okay. You guys beat that team in Romania? One team out there. Never heard of them before?
No, bro, I was on my drive here, yeah. Every Sunday on my drive to the pod, I'm always thinking, what am I going to say? And this Sunday, I'm thinking, what the hell can I say? What? Ade messaged me and said, so we lost, yeah.
But you guys won midweek. We're starting off positively. Where we starting? Let's just start with Tommy always asks, how was your week, boys? How was your week? Good week. You guys won. We won.
Okay.
So let's start there. Let's start positively, boys. It's going to end bad for you guys, but at least let it start good.
How's your week?
Brilliant. Great week. Yeah.
Ade?
It's all right, man. Start going to the gym still.
Okay, yeah, to be fair,
get my fitness up.
My sister said they've been seeing you, every
yeah.
day.
Okay,
Yeah.
That's good, man. That's good.
I need to get to the gym, man.
Yeah.
I said I want to go at 6 o'clock, but I've been setting my alarm every day.
Yeah, I'm not a morning gym.
Snooze.
Yeah, no.
Break.
I'm not a morning
I've been
gym.
pressing snooze like the missus. She is not happy. Boy. Every day I'm saying one day I'll get up and go.
Look, this guy doesn't need to explain to me how he's missing. So me and Tom back in the day used to sleep in the same room.
Yeah.
Tom's alarm will start going off at 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning. When I leave for college at 9, this boy's still in bed. So that means he's been snoozing for the whole time. That used to drive me mad. Mad.
I know the worst thing about it is, it won't wait for me to. We're going to the same college, yo.
Nah.
It won't wait for me.
Why'd you say your alarm then?
Why'd you say your alarm?
Why'd you say your alarm?
No, me and Tom in uni used to do the. Tom's room was upstairs, I was downstairs. So we just call each other. What are you going?
Are you going into it?
Tommy like, I don't know, Ham. Are you going? I was like, I don't think so. Yeah, neither am I. I could say no.
Nah, that's why I like when people know me. So like Tom knows if you're doing something, I'm out. So when I tell people if we go out and you get drunk, I'm leaving you. I'm not joking. People will think that I ain't joking. I'll see you tomorrow. Either at the hotel or on the news. One of them.
He's done it to me, bro. He won't wait for me, bro. He's out. I'll be the ones. I'll now be running for boss
to make it on time.
Yeah.
Nah, it was a good week. Was I in the gym this week? Yeah, I had a good. I think I worked out every day apart from Friday. And then
Yeah.
And then in terms of the games, that's pretty easy though, isn't it, for both of us? You guys game was easy.
Yeah, it was a good game. Yeah. The midweek game, you guys had easy one. Yeah, you pretty much dominated the game. Same like with us, we done well. We pretty much dominated. They still had chances, but we pretty much dominated the game as well. But look, let's just go to the big one. The big one's obviously today. Man City, Arsenal, Man City.
You guys are through top 8, right?
Yeah. We're like
None of that playoffs.
Playoffs. think one thing I like about the rivalry, what is becoming a rivalry now, is it's the fact that Arsenal players are not shying away from it. They're not trying to sugarcoat it.
Ain't that Liverpool Man City
Love
shit,
it,
bro?
Yeah.
Because that was not a rivalry, bro.
Yeah. Gabriel, at the beginning of the game, you know, a lot of the times I'll be like, oh, there's a lot of emotion. I've forgotten it. It's like, still remember.
Yeah, remember. Yeah. We weren't playing with like emotion mad, but I remember it.
He said it's important, obviously, control your emotions
100%.
During the games, but everything, we still remember everything.
Yeah, we played in September. I remember. What is it?
February
2nd.
Yeah, man.
So obviously going into today's game, I'll be honest, I thought Arsenal was going to win, but I wasn't too sure what the score was going to be, whether it was going to be a close game, and obviously City being City, they tend to like give opponents a lot of chances, and Arsenal being Arsenal, sometimes you decide not to take your chances. So I just didn't really know. I thought you win a game, but I didn't know what the scoreline would be.
You didn't predict 5-1, sir.
I don't think anyone.
Yeah,
no way. I didn't predict that, bro. I thought it was gonna be like
it would have been like a 1 in it, a 1-0, 2-1.
Yeah, set piece. Because I messaged you guys this morning and I was like, put money on Gabriel to score.
Thank God we didn't listen to you.
We don't lost money. Oh, you
listen. Just led me to the dungeon.
So I was like, I messaged you guys, put money on Gabriel because I thought it was gonna be that type of game where
you scored in a reverse fixture.
Yeah,
anyway.
it was be an edgy game. Both teams will miss like chances, and then you guys will score from like set piece or something. So I thought it would be, but obviously it wasn't that. I'll just leave you to talk us through your thoughts of the game, and what your predictions were going into the game, how you thought the game planned out.
Yeah, no, going into the game, because remember the word I used was nervous, innit? And that was credit, because I have massive respect for Man City, the club, the players, the manager. So yes, they're not in the best of times, but as a collective, they're good enough to turn up on a day and win a game, right? So you give them that respect in terms of they were just about getting back in. They just beat Spurs 3-1 and whatnot.
They were manageable.
Yeah, exactly. That was all right. But then the last thing I said was, I think the game may go in our favour in terms of they're giving people chances, innit? For 3 away, 3 at home to, was it Feyenoord? 3-3.
3-3 after being
4 away to Lisbon, 4 away to PSG.
Yeah.
So they're giving teams chances, and we're creating enough chances in the game. We just have to take our chances in it because we will get them. When we played them at home, we might get 1 or 2 free max. You know what I'm saying? And we have to be clinical because even the chance that when we beat them last season 1-0, that wasn't a big chance the Martinelli one. Remember, it's come off Ake and gone in. And before that, there wasn't really much in it. So I just thought this game, how they are now, maybe in that box, defensive third, they will give us something, and we just have to take it. And there was no better example of that than in the first 2 minutes, where we've jumped half of them, but they've almost give us. You know, John Stones has played a ball into Akanji, which he's played 100 times before, and Akanji would have dealt with it 100 times before. So I know people are going to get onto my boy, but you know, I love John Stones. That's my dog. It wasn't his fault because, like I said, he's played that ball 100 times. However, in Akanji's defense, he had nowhere to go with that pass. The pass that John Stones gives him, he has nowhere to go, innit? So we jump on him straight away, and I'm sure that's what Arteta would have wanted, innit? In terms of like, don't go full throttle every time, because that's how you leave space in behind and leave spaces in the pockets. But if it's on, if you're going, be assured that you're going to go win it. And it was brilliant that Trossard went after it and Rice backed him up straight away. And then you get the goal within the first 2 minutes, and that naturally just settles everyone down, innit? Because of how we are defensively, you just think, okay, if we go 1-0 up, the game's way more in our favour, especially how we play, innit?
Yeah.
And lovely by Havertz made the right decision not to shoot. I was very happy that he squared it. Because if he shot, he probably would have missed. So I was happy he squared it. Odegaard got his goal. And then from then on, I thought, okay, cool. There was keeping the ball. And I would say, yes, they kept it more than we did, more than I would have liked. But in terms of what they're causing us problems, not really. Until Raya then had to start making a couple saves. But when I say a couple, it was only 2 in the first. It means and one of them from a corner. Yeah, it's a brilliant save, yeah. It's a brilliant save from Garvidal. And then there's another one where someone takes a shot and I think it's Savinho, deflects off Saliba. And it's a brilliant save again. But those are the 2 things that my goalkeepers had to do in the game. Are we causing a threat the other way? Like a threat like that Ortega's having to do stuff and not really, exactly. So a lot of the game after we got our goal was a lot of Man City have it, and we was happy for them to have it and come into our shape and whatnot. So when they get into our final third, can we squeeze? But when they have it, don't overexert yourself and whatnot. And I thought Odegaard and Havertz doing that, almost like a 4-4-2 when we was pressing, like two of them pressing against their centre half and dropping onto Kovacic and Bernardo that was in there. And we were doing a good job in terms of not allowing them to get into pockets and creating. And I think the best tactic, which most teams do, it's not overcomplicated. Suffocate the middle and let their fullbacks have it. And remember, they don't have natural fullbacks. So if Garvidal's going to have the ball wide left, that's not a problem for us. And if Matheus Nunes, who's a midfielder by trade, is going to have it out there, then Trossard, don't kill yourself to go out there. Do you know what I'm saying? Just stay in line with Miles. So when it comes back in, we can shuffle over. So we go in at 1-0, and it's okay. For me, I'm thinking good first half performance, innit? We've got the goal. Goalkeeper's made a save, but you expect your goalkeeper to make saves in a big game like that. And they haven't opened us up like, oh my God, shit, they just ripped us apart. Whereas when we played them in reverse, Haaland's first goal was a lovely bit of play, and they opened us up. So then the second half comes, and then they get their goal, which is a lovely goal. It's a lovely goal by Haaland. I personally think if you flip the role, that's why for me, Gabriel's our player of the season so far, isn't it? That doesn't happen if it's Gabriel.
Yeah,
and I love William, and I think William's amazing, yeah. But what Gabby won't allow there, Ade and Tom, is he won't allow Haaland to get in front of him that easily. So he's going to deny that. Like in basketball, they call it denial. Like you don't allow the ball to go to play because you stand right. You just deny him the opportunity. So if Haaland is going to score that goal, it goes over Gabby and then he heads it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I thought Saliba could have been, because they were there. They were like side to side, isn't it? Yeah. And it's not massive movement from Haaland. It's just a bit of aggression, and I'm going to get there before you. And then by the time he's heading it, Saliba's almost like, oh shit, like, bro, how's he so high up and headed it? And then they get their goal, and then you're thinking, fuck. And because they were like, they started the second half a bit how the first half went, the pattern didn't really change. We didn't come out flying out the blocks in the second half. It was a bit more 1-0 up, we'll contain, and if we can get something, we'll take it. So when they get that 1-1, it almost like, it tilts the game in their favour because of how they're playing and whatnot. So I thought it was vitally important that we got that second goal when we got it. If we got it in any time after that, cool. But getting it almost straight away, it give the boys that second win, that second belief that, no, we can win this game. So I'm saying we're not going to give it up easily. You know what I'm saying? And then it was a deflection, but I was just happy they took the shot. Because you have to shoot. But if you shoot, you can score, deflection, parry, whatever, boom. And then you get the 2-1. And then I'm thinking, I'm not seeing enough from them to say, like, I'm threatened. But I'm in terms of chance creation and whatnot, yeah? So it's going to have to be from there. He's going to have to try and change it from the bench. So whether that's him getting on Grealish or KDB or whatnot. But for us, we just got to continue doing what we're doing. And I do think the boys went up another gear after that second goal. I do think that 2-1 give the boys on the pitch. I don't think Mikel had to say anything to them. I think the fans got up as well. Yeah. And the boys naturally just, like, you know when you just get bigger on the game of football, you puff your chest out and you just feel like they're there for the taking, boys. You know, and I'm sure Odegaard and Rice and Gabriel, the leaders in the team, would have said, boys, come on, this is where we step on. And boy, did we step on. We went from second to fifth gear out of nowhere and whatnot. And the third goal, who gets the third goal, boys? There's so many goals I forgot. Miles gets the third goal.
Miles gets the third
and
goal.
The reason why I love that goal, is in the first half we was trying to keep it, but there was nothing like incisive, like, okay, you're here now, Rice or Partey or whatnot. Yeah, Partey's good at doing that. It's gonna go wide, but I'm gonna cut it inside into the space. And I never really see Rice play that wrap round the corner like into someone running onto it. Do you know what I'm saying? So that Rice doing that was just like, now you open it up because now we're in on goal. But if you keep going side to side to side, we're recycling it, but we're not dangerous. There's nothing. It has to go into the pockets because once you get into the pockets, the defender has to say, okay, I'm gonna come or I'm not gonna come. And then Miles going into there, you're not expecting the left back to go in there and whatnot. So he goes in there. Miles, brilliant finish by Miles, and the celebration. 2 seconds. Doing Haaland's celebration. And the irony is, because remember when they had the fight last season, Haaland says, who the fuck is this? And Miles has been sensational this season for me. I hold Ethan in high regard, but I've said on the pod as well, I think Miles is equally just as good. I think they are both superb talents. And then it's 3-1. And then it's 3-1. That's the only time I celebrate. I didn't celebrate the first goal. I didn't celebrate the second goal. I didn't celebrate until it was 3-1. Because when it was 3-1 for me, it was just like, with like, I think it was 65 minutes or something. And I thought 3-1. And you know me, I'm a bit of a pessimist when I'm watching my team, even though I like to be positive. I think, can they score 2 goals in? I'm thinking, nah, man. Like, it's Willie and them man back there. And Thomas Partey's having the game of his life in the middle of the park. And then we get the 4th goal, which is a beautiful breakaway And it's a beautiful breakaway. Thomas gets it, lovely pass into it's Martinelli running away in it, because I think before that Martinelli had a chance to make it 4-1, but I think the pass on Rice pushes him out too wide. Yeah. So then we get that, and then I know for a fact that throughout that whole game, after Kai missed that chance, I purposely didn't speak about it here, but when Kai, after that chance that Kai missed in the second half, I did your striker, I know for a fact his whole brain was saying, please God, just give me one more. Please God, just give me one more chance. If I get another chance, I'm putting it away. And the way he finished it felt like someone that was like, when I get this next chance, I ain't making no mistake. It's going in. Do you know what I'm saying? And it was a beautiful, because he ran his socks off like he does all day. And then the fifth goal is just, before he shot, I told my dad that this is a goal. Because that left foot cut in is automatic for Ethan, isn't it? And
there was a big hole in that side. That side of the goal had been chopping.
The switch, and the thing is, because at 4-1 we're doing the Olays and we're keeping it. It was keeping it on this side, isolating them, and they've all come over this side. So the switch was always on for Ethan, and I'm happy that Deck found it. You know what I'm saying? Because Deck normally, our only critique of Deck is a bit safe sometimes, isn't it? But I thought today was a bit more expansive in his passing, isn't it? And then, like I said, when Ethan gets it, it's the cherry on the cake that the two boys from Haylen score in a game that is. It's an emphatic victory, it's an emphatic result. Was it a 5-star performance in terms of attacking wise? Like, you know, when you're all out and you're peppering the team and you're creating, probably not. But in terms of how we managed the game was to a T, to perfection. And to a man, I thought they were all brilliant. My man in the match was Thomas Partey, and closely followed by Miles. Because I thought some of the things that Miles done in terms of calmness, composure and poise for a kid that young, playing out of position, playing against Man City, I thought it was out of this world. I thought his performance was out of this world, but I definitely thought Thomas set the tone for us, because everything he done, my last point was with quality. And you know, like, you can play in the middle of the park and you can win it back, and you can do it easy, or you're mistiming stuff. I thought everything Thomas done today to a T was with quality. And I know they gave it to Rice, but I definitely didn't think Rice was man of the match. I thought Thomas was brilliant. I thought Gabby marshalled the back line superbly. But I think Gabby playing with that emotion, like him and Martinez, one of them defenders that they need to play on the edge a bit, but you just want them to not go over the edge. And I think Gabby's mastered that. In the last couple of years, I think Gabby's mastered the art of, I play, Williams the clean one, I'm the Vidic, but I don't go over the top. Do you know what I'm saying? So I thought he marshaled the back line brilliantly. I thought TP was man of the match. I thought Odegaard set the tone in terms of the press like he always does. And we were just clinical, and that's all I prayed for. We're going to get the chances. Just be clinical. If we're clinical, win the game. And brilliant performance from the boys.
I agree. I think you summed it up. I do think Man City were the better team for, was it 60 minutes? When did you get the second goal? I thought that second goal killed.
I think they scored 57. I think we scored 58.
That goal was criminal, though.
Yeah, that goal was criminal.
The amount of time they get, I was just like...
Oh, you mean Phil Foden when he gives it away?
Yeah. Even just the not closing
down. Oh, not closing them down. Yeah.
It's criminal,
it's
bro.
Criminal. Yeah.
Criminal.
I thought obviously you started off really well, got the goal from their error, and and I agree with what you're saying. Although they had the ball, they weren't really like threatening.
Nah.
You still had... Without having the ball, you still have some level of
control.
Yeah.
And you can do that.
Yeah, you can do that.
You can do that. You can defend without the ball.
End of like the
second half.
No, first half.
Oh, first half. Sorry,
Then they started like getting into that right areas, and I thought the confidence level started going back up with Man City. And then they'll create 1 or 2 chances.
Yeah, so that's when you say we need half time. We need to get in that 1-0. We need half time.
And the keeper helped you out.
Yeah.
Made the 2 good saves. They came out second half. Pretty much how they finished the first half, and so pretty much the same. And great movement from Haaland, and I do 100,000% agree. If it was the other way around, if it was Gabriel, I don't think he gets away from him.
No.
Because every time I was watching the battle inside, when it was on Gabriel wasn't giving him a sniff. It was like a man possessed. Like, it was pretty in his head thinking, you are not getting anything from me.
That's the ball in my head when I was looking last game.
But then Phil Foden had. When it was 1-1, Phil Foden had a bad 2-3 minutes, bro.
Yeah.
It was so shocking.
He gave it to us a lot. He gave us
it was so shocking, and I just didn't understand what was going through. And you know the worst thing about it is you're already doing bad, but he kept on going and asking for the ball.
Yeah, but that's that type of player, though, isn't it?
And you're still giving it away. Yeah. And I'm sure that was a factor in the reason why Pep took him off.
He had to take him off.
He had to take him off because you're not only having a stinker for that 2-3 minutes, but you're still asking the defenders for the ball and going to give it away. It was that bad. And I think that game killed them because it's not the fact that they scored a goal. It's the fact that you guys now know there's so much mistake in there. And I think that now gave your players the confidence why are we even stepping back?
Confidence is a dangerous thing.
Why are we even stepping back from them? Like, we try to give them the credit that they deserve.
Yeah, give them the respect that they
we
deserve.
give them the respect that they deserve. But these guys are panicking at the back.
Yeah.
And then straight after that, even when it was 3, 4, you didn't let them out.
You didn't let them out,
You just didn't let them out.
It was like a team possessed,
and
bro.
that's the aggressiveness that I've been looking for in Arsenal all season. Because it's funny that we talked about it on this pod, Thierry was on Sky Sports, and he'd say the same thing. They were saying, Thierry, what do you think was missing? And pretty much what we were talking about how they're not the same aggressive self. And I think what Thierry's reason behind it, he's saying it was that league that you lost to City. You say losing that league to City done a lot. It's done a lot to the team. It's like before Arsenal were just aggressive, all out attacking.
Because we play to win.
And you were saying you guys were playing to win.
Yeah.
But now, it's as if you're not more worried about the threats from the opponents, where rather than you going to win and attacking, you know what I'm saying, but you're now more worried about their threats. And thinking that's probably what the difference is. And if you don't win it, that's where the
mindset can be played to win, or the mindset can be played not to lose.
Exactly.
And those are two different mindsets.
And it's saying that's the mindset that you guys currently got is playing not to lose. And it feels like that's what the differentiation is now. And I think we spoke about it. And there's a clear example of it between you and Liverpool, where when Liverpool red card, still brought on attackers. Didn't
said that.
I mean, so that's where it is. But in terms of the game, forget the season for now, but in terms of the game, credit to Arsenal. And if you're talking about rivalries, if you wanted to you want to damage their confidence, you don't want them to forget this. This is the kind of performance you want to put in. And the scoreline, they're never going to forget it. Never going to forget it. Like, I know there was obviously a lot of people was getting at Haaland at the end of the game. He's never going to forget this. Pep, there was asking Pep about it. I know Pep was playing it down. He's saying he didn't see it. Then I was asking him in the press conference, did you see the reaction to Haaland? It was like, they say, did you see Miles Lewis-Skelly's celebrations? Like, no. It's like, okay.
I'm not even sure. Yeah. If he did see it, I don't understand why you say no.
Yeah.
I saw it.
The good thing about that celebration is, Arteta, I haven't watched that documentary and I won't watch it until we win something, that All or Nothing. I haven't watched it, But knowing Arteta and listening to the press conferences, he is someone that holds on to every little thing. So there's no way this week in training, after the Girona game was done, that they didn't remember how we lost the game, how we drew the game, the red card, the Haaland, the throwing of the ball, and stay humble, all that type of stuff. Because you can see and the boys were... And then Miles doing that celebration is premeditated.
Yeah, premeditated.
He knows if it happened... Because I guarantee if Gabriel scored today, Gabriel would have done the celebration.
But what I like about Haaland today, though, I know he wanted to do more than in his fairness, he wanted to do more, but he knows his team are not in a strong position. So that was very smart and calculated.
If they won the game, he might have.
What's the point of doing something and then lose it? And then get
they won the game.
He was smart and calculated. He didn't want to do too much. It was calm today, and he's not going to forget that. Same way you're saying, all these players they're not gonna forget that coming back next year.
Of course not.
So in their head is like, I love it because as I said, all this.
Yeah, that Liverpool Man City one was too friendly.
Friendly for me.
Calling a spade, that shit was too friendly for me, man.
That one was too friendly, but this one, I love it.
Yeah,
I love every single part of it, like moment. So I can't wait until like next season when you guys play each other again and see how it plays out, because they're going to be a point where they're going to be at their full strength. You're going to be at their full strength. And see how like the team.
And they need. Not saying Pep needs to do anything, but in terms of figuring us out, in terms of okay, cool, they were beating us. They've been beating us and whatnot. Yeah. But now it's 2 seasons in the league where we've gone undefeated against them. And fair enough, people are saying, but you're not winning. But we drew last season and we beat them. Drew this season and we beat them and whatnot. So Arteta is morphing into the manager that's finding a way, especially in the big games. We ain't lost a big game in 17 games and whatnot. So he's finding a way. So for them, it's like, okay, cool. Because we haven't won the title, the respect is not theirs, and like they are, but we're here. You know what I'm saying? We get it that we're here, innit? We're up there with them. So now it's like, okay, cool. We can't look at them as the little boys down there that every time we play them, they give us a game and we ain't beat them. So now it's gonna, for him anyway, I'm just saying next season, that will take care of itself in terms of, I'm sure they'll strengthen again in the summer and come again.
And I think
but it's good to beat them when they're down.
Yeah, the respect is not going to be there until you win the title. They're going to feel the same way because that's what they're going to use. And That's the same thing.
You saw Haaland pointing at the thing today.
Celebration, yeah, pointing at the thing.
No, after Arsenal were giving it to him,
Yeah.
He just went.
He went like that. So that's what they're gonna use all the time. So until you win
And
it.
absolutely, and you see when he done that, yeah, I was
fair.
fine with that. Is that fair? It's fair for Miles to do that celebration,
Yeah.
and it's fair for him.
I love it.
And I'm here for it.
Whatever it is,
I'm here for the Olays. Do you know when the last time man heard Olay against Man City? That was before the Arab money came in, bro. That's Main Road days, and we used to beat them regularly. Main Road.
I'm telling you now. Yeah.
When man beat City now, it's a 1-0, 1-2-1.
These guys, I don't think these guys are gonna go on holiday next season. They are gonna what?
Well, they ain't got time to go on. They
got Club World Cup.
World Cup. But we'll see how.
But yeah, brilliant, man. Brilliant.
How they going? Anything else, Ade, you want to add to the game before?
No, man, they spanked them. It is what it is. Like, City have not been good. Like, what annoys me is that the media always need to say something. City win one game, they're back on form. I think it's because people don't really watch football. People are shorts. They watch shorts. They watch the snippets from the influencers and they're fantasy football players. So they base their knowledge of football.
Yeah, because to be fair, harder than Foden being scoring and whatnot in recent weeks.
Yeah, but you can't.
But you're saying their performance is still they're not back.
Like,
yeah, they're not back.
You can't come to me and say they've won 2 games. I need to see with the season City have had. I need to see 5 games.
5, 6, 7, 8.
10. Like, I need to see a chunk. It's not that they'll win one and then get.
Then lose 4-2 to PSG, then come back and beat Ipswich 6-0, and then
be 2-0 up against Brentford, and then I can't have that. And obviously, as I've said, you guys are an upper level team now, right? So you come against an upper level team and you're not playing well, you're gonna get battered, and you guys battered them. Nice, sweet,
cool.
What do you think of Miles' performance, though?
Quality. The boy's quality. The boy's quality.
Top performance. I would have given him more. Or Partey man of the match.
Yeah. He's a fantastic footballer. Yeah. Can't deny that.
Can't deny that. But he's obviously, you can tell he's got a bit of personality with him as well, but you have to back it up, keep going, boy, because if you come out like that, doing that kind of celebration, you have to keep going. You don't do them things and not be here next season. So, but
yeah, he's got the ability.
Yeah, now in terms of he's been flawless for me, and I don't really like giving credit to young players like that because you know what they're like. The young players nowadays they have like this yo-yo thing going on where they'll play well one day and all of a sudden they play it bad. But he's been very consistent. So yeah, and I think what impresses me more, to be honest, is his personality. He's got quality definitely, but it's his personality. He's ready for the big games. Forget being young. He's got like a mature head on his shoulders, bro. So. Which is good.
You can tell he's a young boy that's waiting for this moment his whole life.
You can tell.
And you know when he was in his room by himself.
Yeah, you can tell.
And the fact, and what I love about my last point is they got each other, him and Ethan. Like when B was coming through, B had Martinelli and ESR, and they was coming through together, and that would have helped B's development. In terms, you know, when you want to go to like the senior players, there's that should I not, and whatnot, and they're coming through it together. That him and ESR and Martinelli would experience it together. Same with Ethan and Miles, because they've been together since under 14s, under 15s and whatnot. So it's beautiful for me to see as a fan, because you always want to go to your academy first. If you could have a team with 11 academy players, that would be like Barcelona. Like their thing is ridiculous. Kubrasi is playing centre back at 17 years old. It's fucking ridiculous, bro. Yeah. So for me, I'm happy that they're both coming through together, and like their successes doesn't dim the other one's light. You know what I'm saying? Ethan's getting the praise when he comes on and he's just whipping that left foot, but like it's almost like automatic now. But then Miles is playing left back and he's just being ridiculous out there. So more power to both of them, and long may it continue.
Cool. Right, look,
I can't wait for Saks to come back. When Saks comes back with the...
Let's go through.
We'll see.
Just a quick...
I want to win the
league! We got the... All right, let's just quick... 5 minutes on the title race itself. So Liverpool played yesterday. I think we was talking about it last week. We were all predicting how many points they will get from the next 2 games. I thought they'll win the Bournemouth game, I think. But I didn't think it was going to be that kind of performance. Because I think Bournemouth cooked them.
Yeah, Bournemouth.
I thought Bournemouth cooked them.
Sliding doors, bro. Yeah. Everything's sliding doors.
Are they saying?
I was speaking to Ham yesterday. I think Liverpool, all the lot they need on their side, they're getting it to win the league. And you need that to win the league. And that's what they was getting yesterday.
Alisson making saves.
Yeah, Alisson making saves. And that was the difference, really.
Salah puts it in when he gets his chance.
Yeah, Salah was probably the difference. Scoring the penalty, key moment. And then when the back was against the wall,
They needed that. They needed that second goal.
They needed that second goal.
Go to Salah.
Just a quick one. I think me and Ham was touching on this on the phone. The penalty. Did you have an issue with the penalty?
No, once they just said it was penalty, I was just like, cool. If he touched him, cool. Didn't even bother myself. I don't make things dramatic if I don't. If they say if they said they touched him, I was like, okay, cool, cool. I'm not gonna say was it a feather touch? Was it? I ain't got time for that.
Yeah, we were talking about the penalty as well. I thought it was a pen. Obviously, he didn't get to take his shot. He definitely touched him, clipped him, and it was because of that clip that he went down. It didn't go down for any other reason. If he went down, if it wasn't because of that, then I can say, okay, maybe there wasn't enough time. He went down because of that clip. So I didn't really see.
Yeah, I didn't see the talking point.
I didn't see the talking point on the. I didn't see it anyway. Others might, but I think you had a different view on it.
Yeah,
I don't think
it was a bit. I don't think it was a penalty. No, because you see, just today's games, you will see contact in a box, and they won't, and the player won't be able to get your shot off, or you'll see in corners people holding people, so they can't even get their header off. So we're saying Gakpo couldn't get his shot off because he's running and Cook's running behind him, and there's a touch, and the touch is very slight, and he can't get. Okay, cool, there's a touch, but I'm just saying if that's going to be the case. Then if Ade's a striker and I'm a defender and I go like that, like Nathan Collins did today to Richarlison, that's a big touch.
No, that should be a penalty.
Referee didn't even say nothing.
No, but it should be a penalty. If you push the player with your hand.
If people are marking people, like we watch football all the time, people are marking people from corners like Traore is carrying people and taking them off the pitch.
Yeah, but that's a different thing.
So for me, I don't think so. That touch here, because it's so light for me, it's like I would have happy if it wasn't a penalty, and I'm not saying that because it's me.
There's contact.
Even if Martinelli's running, I wouldn't want it.
It's a contact that makes him fall.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's my point. I'm saying.
Yeah, so that's really.
Are you taking out if it's inadvertent? Like if we're both running, are you taking out it's inadvertent contact? We're not taking that into consideration.
There are penalties given every day for things that are not intentional. So it's hard to just remove.
So I'm saying,
a lot of fouls are not even.
Yeah,
we talk about the kick, then I kick below penalty.
Yeah,
like. There's so many.
I've seen that.
Penalty.
I've seen that penalty.
I've seen people. But
I would have so many times. I really don't see the talking point.
Yeah, I don't overthink it.
That's just me personally.
Yeah, I don't.
And this is not to neglect what you're saying. I do get what you're saying, but the reason why that argument is we're having that argument is because the refs are not being consistent. That's probably why. But in terms of that, we talk about contact. There's contact that you can always make contact. There's contact you don't expect people to fall because of the contact, and there's contact where players are gonna fall. They have not. If Gakpo had a choice, he probably wanted to stay up, but that contact made him drop.
Yeah, prevents him from shooting.
He didn't go down because.
I thought it was. I thought it's one of them ones where it's soft, and I think Liverpool fans, if it's not given, because I spoke to a couple, if it's not given, I think they're okay with it. One of them ones where if they give it, it's a pen. They didn't give it because I'm saying if the referee just goes, there's no pen. I don't think there's no uproar like you said. You don't want to go. I don't think there's uproar about it. I think we just go about our day and say, I want a pen. Yeah, referee give it.
Because they gave it, I didn't have no problems with him giving it as well. Look, he scored it, pressure penalty. He scored it because that was under pressure before that penalty anyway.
Yeah, but Semenyo, what did he do?
The second one
Someone
as well.
hit the bar.
So look,
they had a goal disallowed because Kirkes was offside.
Yeah,
they played.
offside.
They played well. They played well. Bournemouth. They played well.
They played well. I thought they had
considering the injuries they got. They played well.
Quickness of thought as well. Like some of their passages of play. It's just the quickness of thought. It's mad.
But that's a result. If you're a Liverpool fan or Liverpool player, those are the ones where we went there, informed team. We took the 3 points and went home. Brilliant. Brilliant. We didn't play great today. Van Dijk probably told them we didn't play great today, but we got the 3 points and we're out of it. And we don't have to play Bournemouth again this season.
So now they've got to go to Everton away. I thought the Everton game was this week coming, but it's actually not. So they've got the Carabao Cup.
FA Cup.
The good thing about it being next week for Liverpool is that the FA Cup they can rest players again because midweek they rest players.
Who they playing in the FA Cup? Who they got?
I can't remember, but I'm sure there's a team that they can rest players for. Even so that they just got like
because they got that Everton game. That's that 9 point stretch, isn't it?
Yeah,
if they win that. So that's the one they got to go.
Because of the importance of that game.
Full throttle one.
Yeah, I don't see him playing a full team in that FA Cup, even if they all got someone.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's true. Yeah, they probably will.
If they get that one, and then look, we'll see how that goes anyway, because Everton have been playing well. I don't think they get away with yesterday's performance against Everton because of the way Everton's been playing, and it's a derby.
Moise?
I don't see it, but we'll wait and see. 6 points. Title race still won. Games is they are cutting the games down. 14 left for you. and 15 for them, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So we'll see how the title race go. Before we get off Arsenal, obviously a couple more things. Quick preview of the Newcastle game, Carabao Cup game. What your
Yeah, no, I'm still hopeful. Also going to that game thinking, can we overturn a 2-0 defeat 100%, especially seeing Newcastle a little wobble.
Yeah.
The only thing I don't like is because of the way my brain works is because they've lost 2 now. They've lost 2 at home, right?
Yeah.
Back to back. Eddie Howe doesn't allow them to lose 3 at home. Under no circumstances. They train after. He probably put them into training today. Like, they trained today. I'm pretty sure they trained today. And he is not allowing them to lose that for a game. But can we impose our will on them and win? I don't think we haven't won there in our last 2. We lost this season, innit? And then we lost last season to the ghost goal because Joe goal shouldn't have stood. So, but I do believe that we can go there and overturn it. Will we? We'll have to see, but we will have to play pretty much almost perfect because Isak will probably get a chance or something, and we have to be flawless in defence. And when the chances present themselves, which they will, same again, taken. But can we exploit Newcastle 100%? If Fulham are going to go there and beat them 2-1, and Bournemouth are going to go there and beat them 4-1, and respectively, I think my side's better than both of them, then I definitely do think we can go there. We have to go full strength. We don't have an FA Cup game, and then we're going to fly to Dubai after anyway. So put a good performance in and get us to the final. But I do believe we can, but it's not going to be easy, though, because like I said, we have to score 2, hope they don't, and then go what? Yeah. Is it extra time or penalty straight away? If it's after full time, 2-2.
No.
Extra time, I think.
Yeah, extra time.
Yeah.
So come on, man. I'm definitely watching the game, hopeful that we can do it.
Yeah. I think the first goal is important to the game. If you guys get the first goal, obviously we'll quiet down their crowd. They'll need characters within the team to be able to hold that. But yeah, I think the first goal is important.
Yeah. There's massive of both of us. They need a trophy, but then we need a trophy. We need a trophy as well.
Yeah, because who they're playing, I wouldn't say the game is done because it's you guys. If it was like, there won't be many other teams that I would say.
We can turn around a 2-0 deficit.
That would turn it around. It'll probably be you or Liverpool, just current form that I think that can go there and turn it around. If it was any other team, I wouldn't even consider it to be a game. So
because the game that we played at ours we weren't terrible. They just Isak took his chance. They took their chances.
And you guys,
but in between that, we had the game. We had the game. So I'm not saying it's gonna be like that because we're away at St. James's Park. But can we impose ourselves onto them? Is what I'm saying. Can we play the game we want to play, and then once that will allow us to get the chances that we want, and then just take them, innit?
Cool. All right. Yeah. Look, we'll see how that goes. And lastly, the transfer window. Pretty much got like 24 hours left. You made a bid. At least you made a bid. You made a bid for Ollie Watkins. What was your thoughts when that bid went in?
Nonsense. Absolute nonsense. Yeah, I didn't believe it. I'm an Arsenal fan. I've been an Arsenal fan for a very long time. So I see how we maneuver and the transfer window. And I always say we don't move like a big club in it. And that for me was just whether they've heard that there's a bit of duress with Duran, Watkins, Villa gonna want to sell on them. So we said, let's put a 60 in there.
Yeah.
But I don't think we went there knowing that we can get the deal done. That's my personal belief. I think we've put it out there and said, okay, cool. So if we don't get no one by tomorrow, we can tell the fan base, no, we tried to get Watkins. Like, what do you mean we didn't do nothing?
Well, that's a stupid thing for them to do.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that 60 million gets him out of there from Villa. And now that they've sold Duran, I just can't see how that happens. Because that deal, depending on if they sell Duran, it's not going to happen. It's not. I can't see it happening. If it happens tomorrow, brilliant. But I can't see it happening.
It's not going to happen. But I'm guessing they did it on a standalone basis. We've put this bid in on Duran is there.
Yeah.
Well, we're putting this bid in on basis that we want Watkins and they've still got Duran in the back.
Yeah, but I think for them to accept it would have been. I still think it's reliant on Duran. So if Duran stays, then Man City. Aston Villa probably more inclined to take the 60.
100%. But I'm as Arsenal, I'm just looking at my bid.
Yeah, no, I'm saying as Arsenal, I don't believe that. As Arsenal, I don't believe that. I definitely think we've gone in there and given and bidded 60, probably knowing it's probably going to get rejected. You know, probably going to get rejected. And if they sell Duran, then it's probably definitely not going to get accepted.
They should have gone for it if they really wanted it. If that bid came at the beginning of the transfer window, then there's more.
So that's what I'm saying. It's a
chance.
discourse. They must have
Yeah.
heard that there's a discourse there or something.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
Ollie's been there the whole transfer window.
It should have gone in at the
He's been
beginning.
there the whole transfer window. It's not like we've gone to
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Portugal or France and seen a talent.
Yeah, yeah.
Ollie plays in the Prem. We've seen him.
Yeah,
So if we
yeah,
wanted him, we would have bid for him time ago.
Yeah, it should've-
Why would we bid for him on the 20-something of January?
When and
And it's around the time when Duran and
yeah,
like, what are we doing?
And the only other thing,
That's dumb.
you can say is that they probably heard the noise that okay, cool, someone might bid for Duran, and they know that if Duran goes, then they can't get him. So then it might trigger them to put in a bid, thinking let's try and go first. So if we get him, then that way obviously they'll keep Duran because he's one of the other. So it's the only other thing because they might have been playing. There might have been talks in the background thinking in terms of how much will cost, and Arsenal might be saying 40, 50, and then as soon as they heard, there's a possibility Duran might go, then in their head think, we got to move now then. We can't wait. We can't be playing a game with them anymore. So that's the only other possibility.
So yeah.
But now I don't think he goes.
But I reserve my judgment for the actual how I feel about the window until next week Sunday. Let's see what happens. The rage will come out in me next week Sunday, but let's see what happens.
All right, look, just final 24 hours. The only other person I do see you linked to was Tells. Would you be happy to take him?
Yeah, I'll take Matthias. So yeah. You need someone in the forward line, innit?
Yeah.
Someone's got to come in and help the boys because the only option we have is Ethan. I don't look at Raheem as an option right now, innit? He's there, but he's a body. But we need to bring what we need to. But it's not even worth thinking about if we don't do it.
Yeah.
Like I know we've won 5-1 today, but that doesn't cover the fact that we still have another 3-4 months and we're going to fight the Champions League and the league and maybe hopefully a final in the Carabao Cup. And we know, I keep referring back to, Arteta said it after the Champions League game, we lack that something to get us over the line against Bayern Munich in the Champions League game. But we've taken out our main something in Saka, he's out.
So
and
you
then,
just want
Jesus
anybody now?
is injured. No, it can never be anybody.
Okay.
No, it can never be. For me, it can never be anybody.
Okay.
Yeah. It has to be someone of quality. And I can't say that. Obviously, I watch Bundesliga and I see that one and I see he's got talent, Matthias Tell. Same way I see, what's the brother Dortmund? Bino Gittins has got talent and whatnot. I think they're both 19 and whatnot. So yeah, I would take someone a lot of that ilk and whatnot. But someone has to come through those doors tomorrow. If they doesn't, then hell hath no fury, like an Arsenal fan that's angry.
All right, cool. Look, that's one Arsenal. If Arsenal, just a quick question before we move on because we don't have a lot of time today. If they don't bring in someone tomorrow, would that? I think you say Liverpool is going to win the league anyway, right? That's your prediction at the moment.
Yeah, I think Liverpool.
But if they don't bring in
possible.
someone tomorrow, do you think, obviously, that I don't know what the percentages are in your mind, whether Liverpool wins the league, does that increase your percentage of Liverpool winning the league more? If
It probably does. Like for me, I still think there's lots of football to play. I do think Liverpool are favourites. But ultimately, if you don't have cover, we've seen the issues they've had. So if you don't have that cover, then more likely than not, it's just worse off for you guys, which means Liverpool aren't they're not worse off. They still have their team, they have their cover, and they've got plenty cover for certain positions. So yeah, unless they get like a centre-back issue, I can't see them having many issues. But I think you do need that cover for your forward line to have a better chance.
Yeah, 100%.
Let's go on to your team.
Damage, make sure you put some special effects on this and that, bro.
Now that we say
It's about to get dark in here.
studio time's finished, time's done, our slot's finished, we'll go home.
Man. Manchester United, the gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah, look, we as I was saying earlier.
Don't look at me. I didn't watch the match.
As I was saying earlier, we won obviously on Thursday. On the way here, I just thinking, what else is there to be said that we haven't already say?
Because the last time, did you say that was it prayer or babalao or something like that? You said that
because it's a spiritual.
You're giving your
thing,
mind, that's it. It's spiritual. Yeah.
It's a spiritual thing, bro, and it's just the inconsistency as well. It's today's one. I actually watched today's game. I was at Old Trafford, by the way. I was watching the game. Old Trafford.
We just come down from Manchester.
I just come down from Manchester. I was watching today's game, And it was just pure sloppiness. It wasn't as if we played bad. It was just sloppiness, like giving the ball away. The touches were poor. We had chances, missing chances, giving chances away. They had chances, we had chances.
Yeah,
so
I saw the couple that they had.
it wasn't as if like it wasn't the Brighton game where we got totally dominated, got ran through. It wasn't.
You don't even expect Palace to do that.
It wasn't that. We started the game really well. We had them pinned back. We had a few corners. I think we had quite a few.
Because Maino had that chance, innit?
Yeah, Maino had that chance. We had them pinned back for a while, and then I think what changed the dynamic of the game is because we had them pinned back for like 10, 15 minutes, and they couldn't get out. But then one move from that, they had a chance straight.
I think that was Munoz header, yeah?
Yeah.
Where they crossed it,
30 seconds. And then the same thing happened
again.
again.
Then they had the Tyreek Mitchell chance.
Yeah. Then the same thing happened again.
Yeah.
So it was just, and I think that's probably when United started to get anxious again. Old Trafford is like a burial ground for them now. Yeah. They get very anxious when they're playing there. And it was just one of those where I didn't think we played bad, but the passes were sloppy, the controls were sloppy. They just weren't like just little simple things that just weren't doing it right, and you expect them to do. I thought you guys had a bad game. Like I've always said to you guys, I'm not a big fan of aggressors like midfielders. I'm not a big fan. I like technical midfielders. But if you are going to be an aggressor, you have to be great. And if you win that ball back, don't lose it. He lost it so many times. There's no point of view. If you're an aggressor, you're winning the ball back. It's just reminding you back on McTominay and Fred. Don't lose the ball. We're not. And I've always said that in terms of like when we talk about us lacking quality going forward, I will never blame him because that's not what you're here for. If you're not doing the basic stuff that you're here for, you're losing the ball. Shit like that just can't run, bro. It just can't run. Don't lose the ball. And
I heard he had a bad game.
He just kept on losing the ball, bro. Like, and that win the ball back and just small pass to Bruno.
And he was in there with Bruno, innit? He was
there with Bruno. So it was just losing the ball and everything. Like defensively, it was sloppy. It was just the best way to describe it today was just a sloppy game. Second half calm. Started off just like the first.
Because it was 0-0, innit? It went
in. Started last week. We had 2 quick chances the second half again. And then they had a free kick. I think Euro could have done much better. He's saying he got pushed, but it wasn't enough.
Yeah, it wasn't enough.
It just wasn't enough. Like he should have got to that ball before.
Because Lacroix heads it, innit?
Yeah, he headed the ball and obviously like hit the post.
Yeah, hit the bar and it come down.
Hit the bar, hit Matata, and then that was it really. Because then he made the subs.
Did the 1-0 deflate them though? You know, like when you went 1-0 down, did you feel like the players felt deflated? They're not going to get back into the game.
No, but you know what? We were still trying to get back in the game. But you're chasing the game. I think there were still moments where, but I just said then it gets sloppy towards the final third of the pitch. But then, and I also don't think that the subs impacted the game. And when you're losing the game, you bring on subs and they don't impact the game. It doesn't really help. Like, it brought on the 2 strikers. You didn't start, but you think you want to come and do something and try. They were giving the ball. They were giving the ball away as well. Oiling as always, his touch was horrible. So it just they didn't impact the game the way you want them to impact the game. And then I think there were just holes in the middle of the park. I think
because there was a breakaway goal.
It made a final substitution with Ericsson coming on, and that's where the holes came to. And it was a great run by that
Munoz.
Great run because they thought it was offside.
Because he underlapped him, innit? He came.
But I knew it wasn't offside.
No, Maguire was playing him on.
Yeah, Maguire. I knew it wasn't offside. They thought it was offside.
No, Maguire was
I think Euro obviously because he went behind.
Euro thought
it was offside. But Maguire, it was Maguire that was probably
a yard or two too deep.
And that was a game really. That was a game. I wouldn't say we played poorly, but it's the inconsistency. I just put that down to character and mentality of the players, but like you can't. I say about getting up for like the big games. If you can't get up for like games like this, and Old Trafford is just a burial ground for them. It's as simple as that. These guys can't play at Old Trafford. I think
it's the quality, man.
Yeah, like I honestly don't know, man. And quality still had to do with today's game as well. Like when we got to the final third of the game, it's like sometimes the players and that's also boils down to the sloppiness, like. That you've never played with each other before. Like I think there was one with Dallo and Maino linking up, and Daniel gave like a back heel. Like it was, bro. It wasn't like what? Why are you giving a back heel? It like, just look around. Why makes you think it was gonna run behind you? And then there's another one, and the sloppiness come that. This is when I knew, okay, we're not gonna get out of this game. Nothing from this game. When I think Ahmad passed back to Bruno, and Bruno took so long to shoot. I think his first thought was to try and pass it, but I think he's playing in that deep role so much that now he's trying to facilitate for a lot of them. But bro, just shoot. Yeah, it was just one of those games. It's frustrating, but bro, there's nothing else for me to say, bro. I'll be honest with you, I'm tired, bro. Like these players, I think we're definitely finished at the bottom half of the table. We're not making up.
No 10th.
Yeah, we're not making up the numbers, bro. It's really. I just think we should just focus on
Europa League.
Yeah, Europa League. Obviously, make sure we still try and pick up. Obviously, perform in the league. Try and pick up. We got like February anyway. February we don't have that much game. We don't have midweek games.
Okay.
So we got a whole week of training. So at least you spend a bit more time with them in February and see what you can get out of the players and see if we can bring. Obviously, we made a signing now. Made the left wing back. Bought the boy from you guys. Yeah. I think he's going straight into the first team. Apparently, that's what they're saying. What said, we'll see what difference they make. And obviously, if he's playing on the left side, then with Martinez getting injured, hopefully he might even get games.
The Martinez injury was a bad one, right?
Yeah,
they're saying it might be a season ender, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's bad. That's a big blow for you, lot, though.
Yeah,
big
blow. So,
well, he's a tiny.
But you know what I mean in terms of I personally, my opinion, I don't think you guys have a lot of quality. But in terms of on the ball, that's one thing you can't say about Martinez, isn't it? He does have quality. And he has personality because he wants to receive it and he wants to play. And then when you take him out, and for me, you don't have that much quality. You're just reducing. 100%. So now it's just like whoever goes in there is not going to be as good as Martinez. Yeah, I'm saying, and Yoro's getting that baptism of fire that you're playing in the big boys now. You're playing in the big league now.
Yeah, and that's it really. Obviously, you guys didn't watch the game, so you won't be able to like touch on the game much. But I don't think there's much to say because we went into it last week in terms of his tenure so far. The only question I'll ask to Ade is in regards to the strikers, him not playing the strikers.
I thought
today,
that was mad.
What's your thoughts on it?
How much do we lose in him not playing the strikers? Like, realistically. And that's where the problem is. So, obviously, the reason I've had my phone is that me and Sam have been having a debate. Because, obviously, yesterday I was attacking the Brighton manager for what he did in the midfield. And then Sam was like, you guys didn't play a striker. It's the same thing. I'm like, it's very different. Because those positions are fundamentally different. Not playing a striker it is what it is in football now. It's well known, and what you're losing is potentially a person that's more adept at putting the ball in the back of the net. In midfield, it's totally different, right? Our strikers, as we said, when Xerxes came, he is a 9.5. He's not really a striker. So
you didn't have a problem with the side lineup then? Him playing Maino out there as a false nine?
I thought it was wild.
Yeah, I thought it was wild. I thought it was mad.
No, but I thought it was wild. But if he had said, I'm playing another... It didn't, like...
If he said Hoyland's up there, you already say he's not going to make that impact anyway.
Why I thought it was mad was because Maino was up there. Not because those two missed out.
That's 100 million talent, you know.
You get me? But it wasn't because they missed out. It was because who was playing up there. But not because they missed out. Them not being there, I thought, okay, cool. Because I say this to Tom all the time. When I see Hoyland playing, I feel bad for him. Because they bought you when they had no right. For what we needed, there was no right. Spending the money they spent on you, madness.
It's that fit, innit? It's that fit that we're talking about.
It's even more than fit, bro. Yeah. This guy was a fourth choice striker that ended up playing. And once everyone came back, he went back to being fourth choice striker. But you spent big money on him, that situation. Xerxes, when he came, Tom was like, yeah, I like him because he plays football. But my issue wasn't that he's not a good footballer. My issue is that he's not what we need. We need someone that puts the ball in the back of the net. And that was where my issue was. So, yes, it's wild that Mainu was playing up there, but those guys aren't providing what we actually need, which is damning, bro.
I think for Amarin, he's searching, innit? He's trying to find something in it.
To work.
I don't think the performance levels for him are good enough. Forget what we think as fans. I think for him as a manager, he knows those performance levels are not good enough.
And he's seen strikers.
So he's trying to think of, okay, what other alternative? Because you said, remember we said before in December, we said January, he'll have time to train with them, blah, 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 and whatnot. And we still haven't seen enough from it. So it's just that for him, he's like, okay, cool. If I play Højlund, he's pony up there. Yep. Shit. If I play Xerxes up there, he never looks like he's going to score a goal.
Yeah, and he's not in the box.
So if I flood the midfield with another midfielder and I play Diallo and Dallo and
those
Thingy
guys
and
that
Garnacho,
actually penetrate.
That's
where
so
the
in that
penetration
aspect, you
comes
can
from.
give him credit for trying something new, and you can't really say, because I'm saying this wild, but then thinking about it, like you just said, you made a good point. If the other two played up there, they ain't been doing nothing anyway.
So I think the craziness is Maino's up there, but actually, those other two, you not being there doesn't make a difference to me. And actually, now you've put another midfielder there. The two people, I can put you there as a false nine, right? If we'd said any false nine, we wouldn't say anything because we're saying Maino's playing up front. But if we're saying he's playing a false nine, because realistic, it's the two number 10s that you expect him to penetrate anyway.
To go the other way,
So it's how you look at it in particular. But those other,
now watching
the future looks mad for those two.
Yeah, now watching the game, I don't think you watching and think, or if they was on, they would have
made a difference.
They would have made a difference because it did come on and they didn't. As I said, they didn't make an impact. And with Højlund, the reason why I always try and give Xerxes the benefit of the doubt because it's still his first season, and the reason why I liked his signing is because the profile of the player. It's not like we overspent. I mean, we spent on you. We didn't buy you for 60, 70 million. I know you can play football, but then one thing is, I just thought in my head is, you can bring others into play. Højlund can't do that. But the issue is, no one else is scoring goals anyway. So even if bringing others into play, what's
the point?
What's the point of it?
I mean, tires.
Do you know how mad that? That's 100 million of talent that is just chilling on the bench.
When no one else is scoring goals, and with Xerxes one is, we're not really going to lose much investment because there's still interest in Xerxes. People still want him. And we'll still be able to get rid of him for around the price that might be like the same 35 million, but it's still around the 25, 30 million.
Yeah, Højlund's the bigger problem.
But Højlund is the bigger problem. He's the bigger problem because you can't control the ball properly. And I think that's why the manager didn't play them. Maybe he could have played Xerxes, that's why I didn't play Højlund, because
I think he's seen enough for both of them.
What he's tending to realize now is, we talk about having lack of quality in midfield sometimes, but then when we do get the ball to him, by the time the others get ready and go into
he's already turned it over.
He's already turned it over. So now they're running back.
Yeah.
Bro, so even the midfielders retired, but even today, without having him, there was moments where okay, cool, like the first 5-10 minutes where we would just penetrate, that we had them pinned back. Then the same thing at the beginning of the second half. I'm not saying it was large amount of the game, wasn't good enough, but it was still something. And I can imagine them fizzing the ball to him, because there was a point where they fizzed the ball to him, and believe me or not, from I don't know where he tried to control it from, he went back to the halfway line.
Man's got a balloon foot, bro.
He went back to the halfway line, but yeah, look, I wasn't surprised. I was shocked that, because I didn't even realize it. I'll be honest with you. I saw the starting lineup.
That's what one of them's there.
I saw the starting lineup. Automatically in my head, I thought, oh yeah,
one of them's there.
One of them is there. I just saw Maino, but somebody didn't tell me that. They're not there.
And even when the game halftime,
even when the game started, I was trying to put together. So I was like, so how many do we have on the pitch?
We got 12 players. We got 12 players.
Yeah, no, but it was. But bro, there's not much left for me to say. I'll be honest with you. I'm tired of it, bro. It's inconsistency. I just hope that we can make a run and try and win the Europa League. That's my only hope for this season.
Nah, Tom, shall I tell you something crazy?
I don't think,
I'll tell you something really crazy. If we had won today, it would have been 9 points off top 4.
Damn.
That's how mad this season is.
There's a lot of teams. There's a lot of teams. Yeah. But that's how. But that also points to how shit.
That shows how shit we are.
Yeah.
But literally, so I didn't want to bring this up in the group earlier, but yesterday when I checked it, I was like, actually, City lose today, We are and we win. We are 9 points off top 4, which is crazy.
How much are you off the bottom 3?
About multiple, double digits.
Okay,
double
cool.
digits.
So you're closer to top 4 than you are.
Yeah. But
okay,
it's
cool.
to look at that and think, let me confirm. No, it is. We're definitely.
No. Because I think it's 12. I think you're on 29 now. Are you on 29?
Yeah.
I think it's 17 or 16 or something. Yeah.
But it's that crazy that actually you win another game. You've now won 2 on a bounce. It's not impossible to say
Put a run together.
you make a poor run together to finish 5th. But that's how crazy it is.
But this current team
got
can't
no
do that.
guts.
This current team can't do that.
We
This
can't
current
do
team.
that.
You just don't know
But
what you
it
get
just
from
shows
them.
you that if you put if someone like Chelsea was in our position, you couldn't.
But
say
think of Chelsea
it's
last season.
impossible.
But think of
that's
Chelsea
what
last
Chelsea
season.
did
Addy.
last
you
season.
can't say
Chelsea
impossible.
last
You get
season,
me? Exactly.
Pochettino, quality. The players are young and
No.
there's quality. We always talk about the quality that
yeah.
Chelsea have, and they put a run together.
And put a run together.
So Spurs get their team back and they start playing.
Spurs finish above you when they get their team back. That's
Bro,
yeah.
it's not weird to say they finish in the top 7. That's how it is. But we are so shit that we can't build any consistency. But look at the points difference. It's not mad. If I'm saying you guys are still in the title race, why can't, if we had won, it'll be the same freaking points difference.
There's just no evidence to show that United are turned.
Yeah,
that was your 11th loss in the
bro.
league.
Oh, only.
It was 11. I think it was 11 losses. There's no evidence. Like you said you made a good point about Man City, that you need to see Man City being back when they go do 5, 6, 7, 8 in the league and whatnot. For a United fan to have any confidence, or even a rival fan like me,
see 2.
Man ain't even seeing United put 2-3 performances.
No. Yeah.
And then results. Marry the 2 together.
2 wins.
Man ain't seeing that.
I just want 2 wins.
That's
I'll
it.
take that right now.
That's it. Because I think they're saying he's got 14 points from 13 games or something. Amarin,
Yeah, bro, it's and it's just shocking, man. But I'll be honest, I'll be lying if I'll sit and tell you I wasn't frustrated. I was just so frustrated by the whole. I think it was more the sloppiness than anything. What do you boil down to is it's the mentality in it. It's just not being sharp and not being ready for the game. Because it wasn't so much. If it was a bad performance, you can say, there we go again. Do you know what I'm saying? It's the sloppiness. It's just them not being ready for the game. It's like, where is your mind? You know what I'm saying? And that's probably the managers struggle with them as well. It's like, why are you not ready for the game? Why are you misplacing the ball? Why are you losing the ball so easily? The sloppiness. And sometimes you pass the ball to someone, you pass it behind them. They now have to check the run again. Like, it's the same thing as Ahmad and Masraoui. You're passing to him. He has to check his run. Pass it forward. Let him run onto it. Just simple things like that. It was just pure sloppiness today.
And you know what the maddest thing is? This is the damning thing about United from a rival fan, is that when I saw that result come in, I wasn't shocked that Palace went to Old Trafford and won 2-0.
No,
and do you know how damning that is?
It's a regular
for
thing
a big
now,
club.
though.
Like, if let's say Leicester or Fulham went to Man City or went to Anfield, I'd be like, well, what the fuck? Well, what happened? Did they play? But now it's just like, okay, like they won.
I say it's a mental thing now, for the players.
Like I get it. Like Palace went there and won. Yeah,
No,
I get
but
it.
Ham, it's regular now. So you know the way they used to be. Oh, they haven't won in X years.
Yeah,
This
now it's
year.
like they've won 2
Now
back-to-back.
they've won like 4. We haven't scored. So yeah, because last game 2-0,
Mateta scored
0-0,
yeah.
4-0 they beat us, 1-0 they beat us. So the last 4 games we
They've
played,
won
we
3.
haven't scored 1 goal.
Oh shit!
I'm not saying
that's mad.
we haven't scored 1 goal in the last 4 games against Crystal Palace.
Yeah, that's mad. That's mad. That's what I'm saying. And that further points to my point that now, as a rival fan, when you're looking at it,
Casual.
Man ain't shocked that United are
Casual.
losing games at home, man. That
You even
can't be the case.
Oh, United won today. Oh. Now that's when you're surprised.
Quickly, we have like 5 more minutes. Quickly, are they on the transfer window? Would you hope them try and bring someone else in? Like,
We ain't got money.
but they always, the thing about it, people always say we don't have money yet, but they always find to bring someone in.
But the
It's
money
the Nigerian
we need.
government, bro.
No. So I'm looking at the
got
money
money.
we need.
The only thing is, like, I don't think we'll be able to get the Tells one done, but.
Because that's a strong link, though, the Tells one.
Yeah, it's a strong link. It's a
But
strong link.
I just don't think. I think they just don't want him to go on a loan. Then I think they
Obligation.
want obligation to
Obligation.
buy.
Locked in.
So they don't mind loaning him. This has to be obligation to buy.
I think that's what they want. And I'm
and
not sure
obviously
we're
with-
willing to lock ourselves into a
Yeah.
60 million.
Yeah,
Is that how much they value him?
Yeah, without going into the summer.
What, 50 million, I think.
Is it 50? Yeah, 50.
That whatever Spurs bought him, 50 million.
Because wait, can we laugh at Spurs? Can we laugh at Spurs quickly? Can we laugh at Spurs? Can we laugh at Spurs quickly? Matthias Tell. Daniel Levy flew out there, met them, blah, 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 blah. He said, no, thank you. Fikayo Tomori, no, thank you. No, it's not happening.
Shocking, bro.
Diassi from Chelsea.
You know what bad
Yeah,
Diassi one is? Diassi saying...
No, Chelsea
no.
are saying go.
Yeah, Chelsea are saying go to Spurs. He's saying no.
Spurs are saying we'll agree.
going
No,
Villa.
he said I want to go Villa.
Villa.
They're saying no. You have to go Spurs. He's saying no. I don't want to go.
Sack me.
No. And you know what? Chelsea can't do nothing about it.
Yeah, it's
he
like-
signed a contract
yeah,
with
it's
them.
like-
He's there.
Yeah. He's saying no. I don't want to go.
mad, bro.
Which is
But that's the
mad.
right thing, though. They're doing like Matthias Tells
Yeah.
definitely made the right decision by saying no. I'm not going.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an obligation contract. Yeah,
Yeah, I think that's probably where the problem is. I don't think if cause according to the reports, the player is more than happy to come to us, but it's
Yeah,
because I'll just put him up front. I'll be honest with you. If we can get him, I'll put him up front. Sit the other two down. Thank you very much. Just chill. Watch the game from now on. Don't come on the subs at times unless we.
But I feel like with him, it will be if he does go through the middle. Because for us, if he does come to us, I'm happy to play him down the flanks and just keep Kai through the middle. Yeah. But if he does go through the middle for 19, if United, he's a 19-year-old trying to lead the line for United, Old Trafford, in this United team where the other two are struggling. Like let's admit that maybe he's got better quality than the other
especially.
two.
And
But it would be it's a
It'll be
difficult
difficult.
move.
It'll be
Yeah.
No, but you know what?
Because we
It'll be
might be hearing
difficult.
May at the end of it and say it didn't work.
yeah,
It's not
yeah, I
because the player's
agree.
rubbish, you know.
I agree.
But you know,
I
but the
agree.
It's not 'cause the player's
thing is
rubbish.
that it can go that way, and at the same time, it will come with a different mindset because he's got nothing to lose now.
Yeah.
He's just coming to play football, so that mindset will slightly be different from this guy's. That there's so much pressure on, like they've got so much pressure going into to the games every single game. So I totally agree that he can come in and he might not work, but.
He gives a different
The
mindset.
only,
Basically.
one, we can agree that he's probably got better quality than both of them. Second is his mindset. He just for him, he's been sitting on the bench for so long.
Yeah, he wants to
I
play
just want to play football, so he's gonna play with a lot more freedom.
And if he wants that,
than the
United
other
is the
two.
club that's going to offer
And
him
if-
football.
And if it works down the middle straight away, because they've played him on the flanks
Flank
quite
for
a
s-
bit.
bit,
So if it takes him 10 games to adjust to playing down the middle, then it's a waste of our
that's the
time.
thing. Yeah, that's-
So there's a lot. There's a
exactly-
lot
yeah,
to
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah,
And you
there's
don't
a
want to
lot.
lock in your summer spending now.
No.
Yeah.
Amorim might be like, bros, I want to chill. Let me
yeah,
give
yeah.
me time. Don't lock in the 60 million because that 60 million I can't spend again.
Spend it again.
You get me? So there's a lot to it. There's a lot to it.
Well, look, we'll see how.
You saying both of us might not do nothing tomorrow? Fucking hell.
Well, we've got two in though, innit? So.
What are we trying to achieve?
Oh yeah, because you guys got you got the
yeah,
left
we got
back.
left back.
left
That's
back,
what
and
we
we got
got.
Aiden, Heaven, and
Yeah.
come
Yeah.
and save us from fire.
Yeah.
Heaven to come and save us from fire.
See the thing, so with Aiden, in terms of like what Amarin would want from his centre back, especially with Martinez going down now, I think is it a shrewd bit of business from United in terms of, like I said, because Martinez is going down, and when I saw today that he's going straight into the first team, that's when I
Yeah,
thought,
that's what I saw
okay,
as well.
cool. So he's obviously trying to strengthen his back line and whatnot, and I think. For Aiden, the biggest plus I would say, because he was a centre mid, because the only reason why I know about him is when I watched, they were all come through together, innit? Him, Ethan, Miles, and whatnot. And he was captain, played centre mid. But the biggest issue we had with him was his attitude. His attitude was a bit like if he wasn't having a good game, he'd be the one that sulk and whatnot.
We like trouble.
Do you know what I'm saying?
We like trouble.
So there was unsure whether we was going to offer him a contract if he was going to make it. Whereas the other two, we knew all day long that Miles and Ethan was going to make it. So then, because of he's in the middle of the park, he's not special in it and whatnot. So they just said, okay, because of his attributes, big, tall, and whatnot, play centre back and be a ball playing centre back. And to his credit, he's taken to that role. He's taken to that position. I don't know if you guys saw him in preseason when he played in America and whatnot. And that's a glimpse I had of him in that new position. Whereas remember, I've always looked at him as a midfielder. I've always looked at him as a midfielder that he wouldn't make the grade as a midfielder. A bit like myself. Like I wouldn't have made the grade as a midfielder coming through. But as a centre back, if I was going to make it, that's where I would have applied my trade, innit? And whatnot. So for him, I wish him all the best. I'm not on none of this whole Chidi Wen and Aiden girls. If we tried to give them another contract and they didn't want it and they went somewhere else, then I wish him all the best. Obviously, when we play them, I hope he scores 10 on goals and so on and so forth. But I wish Evan all the best with you guys, man. And look after him, man. Look after my boy, man.
I honestly, I don't. I haven't seen him play. I watch a lot of United under 18s. I always say, although they beat us yesterday, we got 4. We chopped
Man
4.
City, innit?
That's our first defeat of the season. We chopped 4 for Man City yesterday. But if we still win our games in hand, we'll go ahead of them on the table. I ain't seen much of him, but I think one thing that we have been doing with this Ineos is it's the youngsters that
You're trying to invest young,
Jason Wilcox has been investing in, and he's spending a lot of time on the young, like on the 18s, on the 21. I think trying to bring in talent. I watched that.
There's quality there, man.
Yeah, I watched that Kone boy that we brought in from, was it Mali the other day?
Yeah,
I'm watching like heavy minutes of the under 18 games. Physically, he's not ready, but I can see some of his quality as well. And I think it's the same thing I said about Ahmad when he came as well. I can see some of his quality carries the ball from deep. So, like, I can see some of the quality. So, like, fair dues, like, I know we criticize, like, the whole region a lot of the time, like, Ineos, whatever, but I give credit to Jason Wilcox that those young boys, if we do look after them well, even if we don't, they don't end up coming. I think, and also, just to touch on it, the difference between you, City, and that, the reason why they're probably favouring to come to United now is because
we need it.
We need it. And to see an opportunity getting to the first team. If you look at United in the olden days, when we had a quality team that was always winning a title, we was looking for ready-made players. Only one or two youngsters make it eventually. You see a lot of our players going in, like, flooded around the Premier League. The Evans, wherever, Welbeck, wherever it is, that flooding around the Premier League when Fergie was there. And the same thing with City now. A lot of the young players are flooded around the Premier League.
All over Europe.
I think you now get to that point now where you're looking for ready-made players. So unless if you're the elite of the elite, you're not just going to give anyone a chance just to keep you. Do you know what I mean? So that's the reason why those boys are leaving. So I don't think they're leaving because they don't want to stay at Arsenal.
Of course not.
Because they know the difficulties of breaking it into into the first team. He's probably looking
the opportunity's there. I'll tell you, we'll give it to you. Miles and Ethan are coming through. So it's there.
But it's limited.
That's
it's
it.
limited.
So
how many games are they going to get? And that's the way they might see it.
No, I'm saying the pathway is there. But if they don't, but if you don't see it for yourself,
and
if you have to be elite, So that's why if you're happy to part with it,
and this is probably the first season I think he's given opportunities. Like the other previous season, I don't think I haven't seen him give this amount of opportunities. This young players and also the injuries also factored into why he's giving opportunities. But look, I don't know, man. I don't know how good he is. Whether it's good or not, we'll see. For the fact that they're getting him into the first team, they must think he's ready. So look, we'll wait and see how he performs in the team. Lastly, just on transfer window before we move on, just to touch on Rashford. Just saw that he's got on his loan deal to Villa. For me personally, wish you all the best. Do what you got to do. If they buy you at the end of the season, buy you at the end of the season. There's nothing else for me to say about it, bro. Like, there's nothing more for me to say, bro. If it doesn't work, how United doesn't work, bro. Like, there's nothing else for me to say. If it works for you at Villa, it works for you at Villa. All the best to you, bro. But yeah, what was you guys' thoughts on it?
That's my boy. For me, it's a bit funny from Barcelona to Birmingham. That's the funny thing, obviously, because it was heavily linked that that's where he wanted to go and his agent and whatnot.
As much as he wanted to, we know Barcelona.
Yeah, we're gonna come in. So, but for me, in terms of Marcus, I'm just happy that he's out of Manchester. In terms of like he's out of that club, he's out of that environment. I think yes, he had part to blame, but I think there was a lot of criticism on him as well. So I think, and I've said for a time in it, I don't think he's happy there. So I think I just think as a human, fuck football player, just go where you find your happiness and whatnot. And no one's doubting that Marcus is not a talented football player. He just lost his way recently. So for me, I would love to see a Marcus Rashford resurgence. So, and I think Villa with Unai Emery, will he get the minutes is the only thing I think now, because they got a lot of options there now in terms of the other two they're trying to get through the door as well, with Asensio and maybe even João Felix. But just talking of Marcus, I do hope he has an upturn in form. I do hope he plays well at Villa and then they figure something out at the end of the season. I don't think he won't stay. You guys will sell him in the summer, innit? So but I wish him all the best, and I hope to see the Marcus Rashford that we saw before, man, on the left hand side, taking defenders, committing people, scoring, assisting, because it's there in him, innit? I just think he lost his way at United. So all the best to him, man.
All the best to you, man.
I thank God for Saudi Arabia. If it wasn't for Saudi, we can't get rid of players. I'm not gonna lie to you, because if they don't come and buy Duran, this money is not available.
It's just what is the Marcus thing though? Are they how much? Do you know what they're doing?
40 million
option.
So you guys did put the obligation to buy or option to buy?
Option to buy. But they are paying 75% of his wages. That's a big thing. There aren't many teams that will do that, and I think it's literally because they've just gotten their Saudi money.
Yeah,
the Premier League needed Saudi.
Yeah, of course,
right?
Of course you do.
Because there's no other way to get rid of players.
So
we thank God, and it needed to happen. Marcus needed to leave us this January.
Yeah.
He needed space. We needed him gone. So it just works. And have a good season, man.
Cool.
I'm a Marcus, man.
Let's just do a quick roundup of the Premier League games. In terms of while I'm just getting the games up, Durant, are you guys happy that he's gone? I think we're talking I'm talking about it offline. You happy for his move? 300k a week.
Well, happy is an understatement. Happy is an understatement.
Like,
Well, go and make your money, bro.
Go make your money. It doesn't affect me, bro.
You're getting paid to play a sport that all of us would pay, that play for free. And us three in this room, we pay to play football right now.
We've invested well.
And all the people that are watching us now, if you're still playing 5-a-side, 7-a-side, 11-a-side, you're paying to play football. So now, the thought of someone like times 10 in your salary or whatever it is to make you play football because of what? Oh, he's going to miss out on Champions League football. To hell with Champions League football, bro. Man's gonna change his family's life, the people in the village life.
Even if he ain't changing
you know
their life.
Man. I wish him all the best, man. I think it's dope. He had to take the move, and it's dope for Villa, and it's dope for him.
And it's dope for Rashford and us.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Quick run through the game. First game yesterday, they got battered 5-0 last week. This week,
came back on votes.
I think the funny thing about the game, I think we touched on the lineup, because as soon as I saw the lineup, I screenshot it and I sent it to you guys.
Yeah,
I was like, why is it using that 5 or
I love it, bro.
It's got one. I just didn't understand it.
Man went with one midfielder and 5
No, but you know that's literally what cost them the game.
Of course,
because you look at Nottingham Forest, they've got 2 workhorses and
Morgan Gibbs White is not a slouch.
Morgan Gibbs White, but then you've got 1 centre midfielder in there, and that 1 centre midfielder, he's been injured since November. He's played maybe an hours of football since November.
I think that's just the manager. I think that's the manager showing his inexperience.
Oh, that was naive.
It was naivety and inexperience. And he's a young manager and he will learn. Yeah, I think that's what you can say from that.
Because normally when you see it, it's like, oh, this is adventurous. I like it. But that was so naive. It was.
As soon as I saw it, I screenshot. I think I couldn't believe what I was looking at. I think.
Yeah, I like it. I was like, go on, man.
Cool. Bournemouth. Obviously, we talked about Bournemouth, Liverpool. We leave that. Everton 4-0.
I didn't know they could score that many goals.
That's my boy.
I didn't know they could score that many goals.
Hey, listen, we have won 3 in a row and conceded nothing.
All of a sudden,
Moise.
I did not know they could score that many goals.
You're now speaking
We've won
French.
3 in a row. Yeah. We've conceded none, and we are coming close to United. All right, Moise.
You're speaking French now. The team that you wanted to get relegated.
No, Moise is there now. I said it last week. I know black man loves David Moyes more than me, bro.
Ipswich and Southampton. I think that defeat at home.
I didn't even know Southampton knew how to win football matches.
Ipswich are stupid.
No, I didn't know that Southampton knew how to win football.
When they signed an Asensio?
Yes, Ipswich. Yeah.
I was like, they're gonna stay up.
Who Asensio?
No, Cisco.
Oh yeah, from Brighton.
Yeah, but I was like, he might be the reason they go down because man thought I'm him. He didn't want to pass to no one.
Oh, is it yesterday?
He was just trying to dribble.
Yeah, that's his person.
I was like, actually, he's the person that's gonna. He's your downfall. He's your downfall. You don't want to pass to no one.
He just went there to put himself on the market.
Yeah. He didn't try to pass to no one.
I think we know the bottom 3 that's going down. Southampton, Ipswich, and Leicester, man. Yeah. That's the 3, man. Wolves will be all right, man.
Look, Newcastle. We talked about touched on Newcastle losing again yesterday. They was winning 1-0, and to be fair, I think the goals were transition goals, like were on the counter. But nevertheless, are still lost in it.
Yeah.
But they are getting those games where they're suffering defeats that you thought they'll win at home, especially at home. So look, they will probably need to hide.
But those 2 teams are having good. The teams that they lost to, Fulham and Bournemouth, are having good season. I don't think Newcastle have pulled away from them. I think they're still all in that. I mean, I expect Newcastle to make top 4.
They're still all in the.
But I feel exactly. The only reason why I say is because they've made top 4 before, innit? Whereas Bournemouth and Fulham haven't. But I think losing at home to them teams is like. They can lose to them, man.
Yeah, everyone's
they don't expect
to,
but they can lose to
them. Wolves beat Villa 2-0. Did you see the Salah goal from Villa? What do you guys think?
Rodgers does impede him.
Does, man.
Yeah.
It
So
affects him.
Yeah.
Like a lot of this, I was just like,
and Rodgers was offside, didn't it? They called it for offside.
Yeah. When I was listening to the radio, I was like, why are you guys making these talking points, bro? Like, he didn't hold him. Yeah. He didn't choke him.
Nah, but F all that though. Cunha's goal, bro, was just he's running power, and then still having the ability.
You know he slowed it down. I thought when he slowed it down, I think this is gone now.
Nah, it's not, bro. He is a player, bro.
Nah, but even the passing for the first goal.
The first goal was good. First goal, but I'm talking, and he's smart. Last point, his agent are smart because they signed that new deal. I think it's till 2029. But they made sure that in June there's release clause.
He said, "I'm here." Oh damn, we know the
Do you know what I'm
details
saying?
of
So,
your contracts.
Obviously, and we've already spoken to representatives, so I'm hoping, that we've spoken to him, and he said, "Listen, I'm not leaving now, but you might come back for me. I'm gonna make sure there's a release clause, so you just have to pay 50 or 60.
Banter.
I'm all yours." But that's my point. I do think Wolves will stay up. I think the bottom three is. 'Cause I'm sure you're gonna go on to Leicester and lose. We already spoke about them losing.
We're talking about. I was shocked about this one because Spurs didn't have a recognised centre back, and then they still beat.
Yeah, that was disappointing.
Brentford. Brentford weren't good today, though.
Yeah,
Brentford
okay.
I watched the game. Brentford weren't good
was a
because when I say they weren't good in terms of chance creation, Kingsley's not making saves like that.
Okay.
They weren't putting their back line under. They were putting a lot of crosses in for some reason. A lot of crosses. Like they were overloading. And maybe because they thought that Archie Gray's in there with Ben Davis, but
and even the chances that they did get, they weren't on target or they were straight at the keeper.
No. And I think obviously Tottenham got their goal, own goal. Then Brentford made the game, and Tottenham literally just said, "Okay, we'll just camp, low block camp." And then they got their goal from a breakaway, good goal by Pape Sarr.
Yeah.
But one point I just want to make is like, obviously I hate Spurs, I want them to get relegated and whatnot. But Archie Gray, obviously I've never heard of the player before until seeing him play for them. And I've said this before in terms of I'm always going to judge a player, especially a young player, if, okay, Tom's a right back. But if I say, Tom, you got to go fill in centre mid for me, and Tom plays out of his skin, then I'm thinking, okay, cool, not only does he have quality, he has a temperament and the footballing IQ
allows him to
do these things and whatnot. There's some people that they can't play anywhere else. I'm a left back, I can only play left back. I'm a right back, I'm a centre mid, I can only play centre mid. Asking Archie Gray as young as he is to go and play centre back in a Tottenham team that it's not even playing on his edge. They're playing as high up and whatnot. And he's coming against Wissar and all these other strikers in the league. And I when I watch him now, I can't wait for them to get their centre backs back. So he can go play centre mid. So I can watch him in centre mid and see how good is this boy. And I'd never talk about a Tottenham player like this. Obviously, their best player is Kulusevski. That's their best player. But just watching Archie Gray every week and just thinking, this boy is good, man.
I'm expecting a lot.
This boy is good, bro.
And he's talking about footballing family, so I'm expecting a lot from him.
Nah, man, good player, man. They ain't better than Miles Lewis-Skelly, though.
I think that's it. That's it for the week. Obviously, we're back next week. FA Cup. You guys are going to Dubai after your game on Wednesday, right?
Yeah, let me just get my shades back on.
Are you traveling to Dubai with them? Or
no, that's why I wore black for the funeral, and then straight the funeral's done.
All of you getting flued out, yeah?
No, I'm gonna go to Newcastle.
Yeah,
obviously slap them up real quick.
flued out to Dubai.
I'm not getting flued out. I'm flying past. I ain't a bad B. I'm not a bad B. I am the Undertaker. That's who I am. Get out there, smoke City 5-1, go Newcastle, beat them, get to the final, and then boom, jet off to Dubai.
Cool.
Nice little week.
I wanted to touch on the Champions League, but we ran out of time, so we're touching it next week because we have a lot of time next week anyway because we don't have Premier League. So we only have, FA Cup, so we'll have more time next week. Thanks, people. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Share this with your friends and family.
Thanks for tuning in to Man City's funeral.
Turn on your notification. Don't forget we are sponsored by Talks Ains. Go on his website. Use the promo code all caps Red Divided.
Red Divided.
And we'll see you next week.
High five.
We out.